And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
Going to continue, and I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to throw, Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On the run, it's Charles. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game. And
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game. Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On second down, Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Deep drop. Penalty marker is down here.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
We're back now in KC. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try the air now with Smith. Anunwa's got it, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it third down and 10.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. Third and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he's got Anunwa. He's got daylight. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Anunwa, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. Now another shot here at the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. We focus our attention now on the Jets defense. And dare I say, luck was on their side last drive. The short field goal was missed, so they went unscathed.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think you nailed it perfectly. Fortunate, because he's not supposed to miss from that distance. No way at all. But the flip side now, though, is he did. And you know there's been a little chatter about that along the way as they went off the field. They're going to try and stay in his head now and see if they can force him into more misses just like that.
Charles the lone setback. To throw on second down is Smith. And there's a flag on the play. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Following the penalty, here's Charles. And there's a flag on the field. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. This is West. Room here to run. Penalty marker is down here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
On second down, Jamal Charles. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On the carry, it's Davis. And there's a flag on the play.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs defense, they get set and ready to do battle again. And a tight ball game here, and in these close ones, every drive becomes magnified.
And we don't want to overuse the word critical, but it feels that way as they head out there for this possession. They need to get the ball back and give their offense a chance to get them totally back into this game.
We'll see if the defense can do just that here. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Forte, the lone running back. On second down, here's Smith. To Decker over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Smith on first down. Finding time. Drops it underneath to Forte. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. 3 yards to go on second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Forte. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
False start, offense.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards. And now 1st and 15. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun, here's Smith. Dumps off to Powell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run with Forte. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together?
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jacob Tamme, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly...
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 35 that time. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. Out for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that play possible.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
As they've done all day, they run with Charles. And a cut to the sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jamal Charles, his third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. He'll look to throw. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Back to throw. And Anderson's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover. And when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And that's caught by Tammy. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They'll look to throw. A dump off to Forte. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a second down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. And maybe a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
He's got time in the pocket, and this is going to be caught. It's caught, and they've won the football game. And now a timeout's going to be called here. I think it was by the defense. It was. And that's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this second half.
My second body cost a lot.